Hello students, welcome back. In this video, we are going to discuss about Coulomb's law, where we are going to discuss about the statement and explanation of Coulomb's law, SI unit of charge and its definition, then Coulomb's law expressed in vector form. Students, Coulomb's law ಒಂದು ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. It is almost similar to the Newton's law of gravitation. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ the charges we are going to consider are point charges. That means when we consider the distance of separation between the two charges, d ಅಂತ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ compared to the size of the charges, radius ಅನ್ನ r ಅಂತ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ d much greater than r ಇದ್ದಾಗ we can neglect the size of the charge. Hence such charges are treated as point charges. Students, remember that Coulomb's law is applicable only for the point charges. We can consider 2 point charges represented as Q1 and Q2. If we draw a line joining the 2 point charges, the length of the line is represented as R, which is the distance of separation between the 2 point charges. According to the Coulomb's law, the force between the 2 point charges should be directly proportional to the product of magnitude of the 2 point charges. Andre force must be proportional to Q1 into Q2, and this force decreases as we increase the distance of separation. The dependence is given by the force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance of separation between the 2 point charges. This rule is applicable for both positive and negative charges. Since force is a vector, direction of the vector ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. The direction of the force will be always along this line, which is joining the 2 point charges. If we are going to consider the two like charges, ಎರಡು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ there is a force of repulsion. Therefore, the force acting on one of the charge due to the other charge, it will be repulsive force, and it will be along the line joining the 2 point charges and away from the charge. Here, this is representing the force on the charge Q1 due to the charge Q2. Similarly, force on the charge Q2 due to the Q1. So that will be represented as F2, and again we can see that these two forces are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Similarly, if we consider unlike charges, let Q1 be positive and Q2 be negative. In this case, the force will be attractive. The force acting on the charge Q1, F1 ಅಂತ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಈ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ Q1 ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, it is attracted towards the Q2 along the same line joining the 2 point charges. ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ towards the other charge. Similarly, force acting on the Q2 due to the Q1, again attractive, it will be towards the Q1 and along the line joining the 2 point charges. Students, remember that whether it is like charges or the unlike charges, the force of attraction or the force of repulsion, these forces will be always along the line joining the 2 point charges and they are oppositely directed. In equation alli K is representing a proportionality constant. Nodi value of K enagide idu arbitrary. That means ಯಾವ size of the unit ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಗೆ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೋ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ value of K ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, or vice versa. But we have to remember that the value of K should be always a positive value. In SI units, the value of K is about 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೂಲಂಬ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆವೋ ಆಗ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. If we change the system of unit, the value of K will also be different. For an example, if we consider CGS system, ಆವಾಗ value of K ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, it should be equal to 1. We know the expression for the force between the 2 point charges. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು both Q1 and Q2 is equal to 1 coulomb ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, and if we assume that they are separated by a distance of 1 meter and placed in a free space, ಆವಾಗ ಇದೇ equation ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು values ಅನ್ನು substitute ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ F will be is equal to K 9 into 10 raised to 9 ಇದೆ, Q1 1, Q2 1 divided by square of the distance 1 square. Therefore, the value of F will be is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9 newtons, with the help of which we can define the coulomb. Therefore, one coulomb ant helidre, it is a charge when placed at a distance of 1 meter from another charge of the same magnitude. Andre, ಎರಡು different charges of same magnitude, 1 coulomb each. ಇದನ್ನ 1 meter distance ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು place ಮಾಡಿದವಾಗ, then this given charge, 1 coulomb of charge will experience an electrical force of repulsion of magnitude 9 into 10 raised to 9 newtons. This is the definition of the 1 coulomb. 1 coulomb is very big unit to be used. In practice, now smaller units like microcoulomb, millicoulombs, nanocoulombs, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಹೊರತು coulomb it is a very large unit. The constant K is usually represented as 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Therefore, the Coulomb's law now F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೇವೆ, where epsilon naught is called permittivity of the free space. In SI unit, the value of the epsilon naught is equal to 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12 coulomb square per Newton per meter square. Since force is a vector, we need to express the Coulomb's law in vector form. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು the reference point O ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. From the reference point O, the charge Q1 is placed at a distance R1 and charge Q2 is placed at a distance R2. Students, observe that here both R1 and R2 are representing the position vectors. Therefore, using the triangle of vector addition, we can find out the distance of separation between the 2 point charges, which is represented as R21. We are writing the distance between the 2 point charges. From vector 1 to vector 2, the distance anna ಈ direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು vector 1 ಇಂದ vector 2 ಗೆ distance ಅನ್ನ triangle of vector addition use ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ it will be represented as R21 is equal to R2 minus R1. Similarly, if you consider distance from charge 2 to charge 1, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ consider ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ distance is represented by the same line but a direction opposite ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ಬರೀತೇವೆ, R12 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೇವೆ, which will be is equal to vector R1 minus vector R2. Whether it is vector R2 minus vector R1 ಅಥವಾ R1 minus R2 ಇರಬಹುದು. Both are represented by the same line. Hence, its magnitude must be the same. Only direction opposite ಆಗ್ತದೆ. That's why vector R12 should be is equal to minus vector R21, where the negative symbol is representing the opposite direction. Force on the charge Q2 due to the charge Q1 is given by the Coulomb's law. Again, observe ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ proportionality constant 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught ಇದೆ. Product of the magnitude of the two charges Q1 Q2 divided by the square of the distance between the 2 point charges R21 square. Magnitude and square ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ into the direction is represented by the unit vector R21 cap, where the unit vector R21 should be is equal to vector R21 divided by magnitude of the vector R21. This equation is valid for any sign of Q1 and Q2, whether it is positive or negative. In this expression, we are not considering the polarity of the charges. We are only considering the magnitude of the charges. Direction will be represented in accordance with the polarity of the charges. But equation ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು appear ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೋಡಿ, force on the charge Q1 due to the charge Q2 F12. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು simply by interchanging the value of 12 derive ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Here the force F12 will be is equal to proportionality constant into product of magnitude of the charges Q1 and Q2 divided by square of the distance of separation R12 square, which is equal to the R21 into the unit vector R12 cap. But here the value of R12 is exactly equal to that of the R21, but they are oppositely directed. If you replace unit vector R12 by minus R21 in the given equation, it can be represented as minus F21. Therefore, F12 will be equal to minus F21. Thus, Coulomb's law agrees with the Newton's third law. Andre, ಎರಡೂ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಂತ. ಕೂಲಂಬ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟೂ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ Q1 ಅಂಡ್ Q2 ಇನ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಸೆಪರೇಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಅ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಕೂಲಂಬ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಅವೆರಡರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ ದ ರಿಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Students, I hope you have understood the concept of Coulomb's law, its statement, explanation, and also how to express it in vector form. Thank you for watching the video. Stay safe, keep learning.